Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. I am going to be making probably my favorite appetizer on the planet, and it's also one of the favorites of my catering clients of all time. I have had clients call me and ask me just to deliver 3 or 4 dozen of these, and they put them in the freezer and pull out a couple in the evening to have with their wine or their whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to be cutting these dates open and removing the pit, which is not a joyous procedure, but it is pretty simple. See that seeds right there, and then that's all there is. I cut off the little nudgeons at the end. Some of them have the little stem. Yeah, you don't want to eat that. So I cut that off. That's what this other pile is here. So I'm going to get these all pitted. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little dab of cream cheese in each one and a Marcona almond. Now this is dry roasted and salted, and they're a Marcona almond. They're lighter, they're softer, they're much more tasty than a regular almond. And this is what is going to go inside the date with the cream cheese. And then we're going to wrap it with a little bit of Italian prosciutto and bake them. Oh my God, like what's not to love? So I'm going to get these cleaned up and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm getting down to the end here. I'm decided to do 30 of them. And I just wanted to say that, yes, you can buy them already pitted, but here's the problem. That pitting is done by a machine, and you would not want somebody to bite into this and find a pit or a piece of pit. Better that you take the responsibility yourself to know that there's no pit in any of these guys here. What do you think? Think that's okay? Because I think being responsible is important. Okay, let's get set up for stuffing. Okay, I'm back. And here's how simple this is. You open up the date, put a little glob of cream cheese. And an almond. Shove it down in there so that, and kind of close it up a little bit. I'll do a couple of these so you can see. You don't have to put too much cream cheese because it is going to melt, which is going to create awesome melted cheese. I love these. I would have to say it's one of my top 5 favorite appetizers of all time. And you will just be so surprised when you see and you taste. You got to make these. It's like, what is this? It's 4 ingredients. You got your cheese, got your nuts, got your fruit, and meat. Prosciutto, no less. What's not to love about that, right? So, want to make sure you can see that. See, there's cream cheese, and then I shoved the little nut in there. Okay. Cream cheese and a nut, and close it up. The other thing I wanted to say about these dates is that sometimes when you cut it open, I had one that looked really super dry. This one looks a little bit dry, but I think it'll be okay because it's moist on the outside. But if they look super dry, don't use them because then they're just going to be harder to chew. And you don't want your guests having to work for this loveliness. See how fast this is going? I mean, this takes no time. You could have all these ingredients in your pantry, and when somebody shows up, they can help you make these. Doesn't take any talent. Everybody loves these. There are some variations out there on different nuts you can put in here. And my original recipe, I believe, had mascarpone cheese, but you know, can't really tell the difference. But mascarpone would be good too. It's just going to be sweeter than cream cheese, I think. All right, I'm going to finish these up and get right back to you, or I could keep on talking for a bit here too. I have some other appetizers I'm making today as well. I don't know if I'll have time to video those, but I did want to remind you, as always, my son tells me, if you're enjoying the video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see me make other items, please subscribe. And if there's something that you want to make but you're afraid to and you want me to make it, just drop me a message, either here on YouTube or on Wanda's website. I've done a lot of cooking in my years and a lot of big cooking for catering. So I also can help you with figuring out amounts of food for catering as well. Oh, look, I missed that little umbilical cord doohickey thing there. That's a big guy. I'm putting a little more cheese in here. I might have to put 2 almonds too. Yeah, I know making things for parties seems very intimidating for most people. And I just have the knowledge and the brain for it. So it's not a problem for me, and I would love to share any information that you think you might need in order to have a successful party. I'm also going to be taking some of those pickled cauliflower. Remember we made those a while back? I can't wait. I might take 2 jars of that. Okay, I'm going to finish this up and I'll be back. Okay, here comes the fun part. So I bought this package of prosciutto. It was on sale for like $4.50, I think. And in between each slice, there's a little piece of plastic. See it? Because this is crazy hard to cut. So I just had it in the freezer for about 10 minutes just to make it a little bit less wiggly. So you see I got 1 piece of prosciutto with the plastic on the back. I'll put it on the cutting board. And I have tried before to cut this in thirds. And it is a bit of a challenge because prosciutto is squiggly and fatty. So you got that done. Because you just want enough prosciutto to flavor this thing, okay? You're not making a meal out of this. All right, so I want you to see that I cut this. Yeah, okay. There we go. See, I cut this into thirds. So what we're gonna do, and if it breaks, it doesn't matter, I'll tell you. You're gonna take an almond and wrap it from one end. See, doesn't matter because the meat sticks to itself, and wrap all the way around. And you have this little bundle of love right here. And then I'm going to take this second one and I'm going to wrap him. See, I'm wrapping it kind of like to one side because I know I'm going to be coming back around. See, I'm going to put those 2 pieces together. They'll be fine. See, I want to get the cheese covered, mainly. This will stick to itself and be very yummy. And here's the third piece. And I'm going to start on this side and wrap it around. And there we go. All right, let me do another one so you can see. It's not too hard. I need to move this prosciutto away from the oven. Okay. Okay, I've got one slice here and it's got the plastic on the back. And I've got, it's a little tricky. You need a sharp knife, not serrated. Has to be very sharp to get through the meat. And then we'll cut this other third here. Let's see if this is cut. Sometimes it cuts the plastic. It's not a big deal. Just make sure you don't wrap your date with the plastic. And I'm gonna take this guy. This fatty little guy. And wrap him. And wrap him again. Okay. And we're gonna space these apart. I'll show you that before we're going into the oven on that. And I'm going to take another one and I'm going to start over here, sorry, and go up this way. See, you can just all kind of like moosh it together. It's going to get crispy like bacon, so no problem. It's better than bacon, actually. It's salty too, so there doesn't need to be any seasoning going on in this thing. Okay, here we go. This is a big guy, so hope it goes around a couple of times. Oh, that broke, but that's okay. See? And then we make sure that this top is covered and just kind of smush the whole thing together. Looks like a bad first aid wrap. Okay, so I'm going to keep going with this and get all these guys wrapped, and I'll let you know how much of this package. This is a 3-ounce package and I've got 30 dates. So I'll let you know how much prosciutto I use. All right. And just for the heck of it, I think Marco Polo is over there. Hey, Marco. Marco Polo. Dude, you on the trampoline? Are you going to be exercising? Or are you just waiting for the prosciutto to drop on the floor? That too, right? Okay. All right, we are just on our last 3. And I just wanted to say, so this ended up being 2 3-ounce packages in order to cover 30, there's like 34 here, I think. So 2 3-ounce packages. Prosciutto is expensive. What you could also do, put that guy right there, is you could cut these in half. Let me just show you. Oh, cut the plastic too, sorry. And just wrap across the top, kind of like this. And if you stretch it a little bit on the bottom and it touches itself, can you see how I kind of glued the fat to the fat and the meat to the meat? It will stay, it'll be just as good. If you have any leftover prosciutto, it is awesome fried like bacon in a pan. And put it on a salad or something like that. By the way, you could use bacon for this, but it'd have to be really thinly sliced. Otherwise, you're going to get a mouthful of bacon and not much else. So I prefer prosciutto, but like I said, see, we could have used just 1 3-ounce package here and just made this stretch, like literally just stretch these guys together. See? I mean, there's a lot of meat going on over here. It's going to be yummy, but got 1 piece left. I think this guy could use a little repair right there. There we go. There we go. Stay. Okay, you don't need a toothpick or anything like that. And I did switch over to a steak knife because my favorite knife is going dull. I've got a bunch of knives that need to be sharpened, and the sharper the knife, the better off you are. The most dangerous thing in a kitchen is a dull knife. That's what they always said in school. All right, there was one slice left. I had to eat it. So I ate it. All right, here we go. These look great. Now, you can refrigerate them for days, covered, or in a Tupperware or something. So they're great to make ahead. And like I had said, you can freeze them like this, or you can cook them first and then freeze them. I think they're better off frozen like this, though. Make sure they are airtight in the freezer. You know, protection from frost. Alrighty, these little babies are about ready to go. I am preheating the oven to 425, and I'm going to pop them in there for about 15 minutes. And we are going to get these in the oven right now. I put them on the top shelf because I might pop up the broiler at the last minute to kind of speed them up, because everything that's in there is cooked. We're just looking for it all to melt and get together. Okay, so what do you think? Check this out. Look good looking, right? So I am going to put these on a paper towel, and then I'm going to put them in a little tray with some parchment paper, and I'm going to the party. Thanks for being with me. I really appreciate it, and thumbs up and subscribe if you'd love. Wanda's always around. Okay, guys, here we have them ready to go in their little Fiestaware casserole, and I'm going to cover them with some foil, and off I go. Y'all have a good one.